you have different ways to create images for words that you're trying to memorize. While personally, I think the best way to create images for words are based off their rhyme, sound-based images. So for example, if you have the word fear, you can find things that sound similar to fear, like beer, deer. And so what's so great about having images that sound very similar to the word that you're trying to memorize is that it sounds pretty much like the word, right? Fear, beer. But another way you could create images is based off the spelling. So right here we have fear, right? If we zoom in right here, you have bear. So bear doesn't sound like beer, right? But if you just change the F to a B, then it's very similar in the spelling sense. But the purpose of having your images is to get back to the information that you memorize, right? And so if you have your images sounding like the information, then the jump from your image to the word is so simple because all you have to do is say your image. You're like, oh yeah, fear, or yeah, beer, that was fear. So it's pretty much right there. It's kind of built into it. And so I recommend getting really good at creating images based off the rhyme. Now, of course, what you could do is you could get like a whole list of words. And so, okay, so this list wouldn't work because they're all kind of like similar, right? Based off the rhyme. But get like 50 words, something like that. And then you go through and try to create an image solely based off the rhyme of the word. So don't try to create an image based off association or based off the spelling of the word. Just go through and be like, oh, okay, what rhymes with rhyme, you know? And so you try to come up with a word. So rhyme, time, with, whip. And so the point is to like master this ability to find some sort of image or images because you could have a word and then you could break it down into its syllables, right? And then you're able to create an image for the first part and then the second part and then combine them together. And so all you're trying to do is, okay, here's a word. Can I think of a word that goes that rhymes with it? No, okay, what if I break it up? Now what words can I come up with? And so you just want to master that. And when you do, learning information is going to be so much faster because you'll be able to come up with images just like that. And then when you're recalling, you'll be able to go that much faster because the images sound so similar to the actual information. It just kind of just rolls off the tongue. And so if there's one way that you would want to master creating images, it's based off the rhyme, based off the sound of the word. And I know at times there might be no word imaginable that sounds like it, but that's when you're thinking too hard. Now, when I was teaching people the simple rhyme number system, one, sun, two, shoe, it's funny because when I when I asked them like what rhymes with four, and they would just sit there and be like, like nothing in the world rhymes with four. Like they couldn't think about it because they were so focused on finding a word that rhymed with four, they just couldn't do it. And I was like, how about door or five? How about dive or hive? And people, oh yeah, of course. And so it's once you start to overthink, okay, there has to be this perfect word that rhymes with it, then you're going too far. You can't have to be relaxed and just go with whatever comes to your mind, whatever sounds similar. So don't overthink it when you're trying to come up with images that are sound-based because you will get stuck and think that there's no image, no word out there that sounds like the word that you try to memorize. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.